One of them relates to capability shortfalls. The comment is, I'm not convinced HR genuinely really understands what's happening in the organisation. The interesting comment that everybody says we should serve the client, but some HR functions interpret that as we don't do anything until we get asked by the client, and then we just always do what the client wants without question, which isn't necessarily. This is that point. That the fact is that the lower levels of HR, the HR business partners are interacting with lower level operational management. If you are then doing what those people are asking you to do, that is predicated on the basis that they are doing the right things in terms of delivering strategic objectives. The evidence is, from many studies, that much of the stuff happening at middle and lower management levels, 25% of it isn't actually aligned to the delivery of strategic objectives. It's stuff. It's stuff we've always done. It's stuff we'll always do. But because of the inherent failure of the line to cascade the link between operational delivery and strategic objectives, when the line manager asks the HR people for support, it's not aligned. The fundamental problem I found at HSBC, HR business, well, the L&D specialists were busy, completely busy, up to their necks in work. And then I said, what is this stuff you're doing, just out of interest? Because the people at the top were saying, we're not sure how HR is adding value. Yeah, we were doing a lot of interview training because the line managers couldn't think of anything better. You know, I can't see how what I do aligns to strategic objectives. I don't even think about it, I just do my job. But maybe let's do some interview training, and that'll help the organisation and my team along brilliantly. Assume need, not real need, I think is really interesting. That often in HR, we assume we know what they need better than they do. Because we're professionals and they don't understand HR, of course. Inappropriate solutions. The phrase I use is, they don't need HR best practice, they want best current outcome. Remember, what was her name last week in London? I can't remember. There's a HRD who's just gone into a reasonable sized family business where an HR person had gone in as HR director and delivered everything under the sun for this small-ish family, a couple of hundred people, family business. Completely over the top. As a result of that, the attitude within the business that HR is there to make our lives difficult. They give us overcomplicated things that we can't use, it takes too long and it distracts us from doing the job. So that was, as I say, best current outcome at this point in time is what we need, not HR best practice. And as you have mentioned, ineffective positioning and selling. I view HR as being a sales job because you're selling a service to the rest of the business and no resonance on engagement.